today's installment of the Letterboard of Truth, our quote of the day is... Freud was right. I know he gets a lot of flack, but maybe we should listen to him this one time. It's been what, a year and a half since I last talked about I Love a Mama's Boy? Either way, it has been a year too long since we've tuned into our favorite show together. For those who may not know, I Love a Mama's Boy is a TLC show, of course. Did you really expect anything else? Anyway, it's a show that follows men with overbearing mothers who are interfering with their sons' romantic relationships. In my first video, we followed Matt and Kim. Second time around, we watched Mike and Stephanie. And now we will be reacting to Shekeb and Emily. Mother shocks son with blind date in front of his girlfriend. I can already tell this is gonna piss me off. If you've ever wondered where the boy moms of TikTok will be in 20 years, here's your answer. We don't even need to be Raven Baxter to predict that. But before we watch TLC exploit Shekeb's mommy issues, let's hear a word from today's sponsor. Do you love? Do you love pies? Well, you're in luck because today's video is sponsored by Love and Pies. And I cannot get enough of this adorable mobile game. Love and Pies follows a single mom named Amelia who's determined to revamp her mom's burnt down cafe. The only way to do this is by matching various ingredients to make an assortment of delicious baked goods to serve to your customers. Their tips help you finance all the upgrades and decorations you need to help this cafe become a thriving business again. You'll also be unraveling the mystery around your mom's disappearance as well as the cause of the fire. And in the meantime, you'll also encounter some small town gossip and perhaps an unexpected romance. Playing Love and Pies has become my favorite way to unwind after writing or filming all day. The graphics are so cute and I love working to unlock new, adorable decorations for my cafe. I never find myself getting bored of the game either because Love and Pies has so many events, free rewards, and other amazing surprises. They release new content every week, so there's always something to do. And the best part? Love and Pies is free to download on Android and iOS, so if you're looking for a wholesome gaming experience with diverse characters and a gripping storyline, make sure to download Love and Pies using my link down below. So thank you to Love and Pies for sponsoring today's video, and thank you, as always, for supporting the channel. Now let's get back to your scheduled programming. Welcome back from the ad break, sinners. Grab yourself a snack, grab a drink, and let's watch our favorite show together. Watching I Love a Mama's Boy for the first time is like meeting up with a friend who's grown distant, and you wish that distance would grow even further. Before we begin, I do have to let y'all know how much of a dumbass I am. So I fully thought this said Olive Garden when I first clicked on the video. No, it's green olive. Like, the culture this food comes from isn't even from the same part of the world as Olive Garden would be. So, apologies for that. This restaurant is the Green Olive, not Olive Garden like my illiterate ass thought it was. But anyway, let's watch.
Is she already here?
I'm at the restaurant earlier than Shekeb, and I'm so excited and I cannot wait.
And why is that, Layla? Is it because you have some trickery and tomfoolery up your sleeve?
I want Shekeb to come and see Washma, the girl from my country. I want her to be my future daughter-in-law.
Okay, so you want Washma to be your future daughter-in-law, but does Shekeb want Washma to be your future daughter-in-law? That seems like the more important question. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I think Shekeb should be allowed to choose his own partner.
It's gonna be big fire for Emily. It's not gonna be fun for her, but it's gonna be good for me.
Good for you? With all due respect, Layla, I don't care if it's good for you, because it's not good for Emily, and that's more important. So I don't watch full episodes of these shows on my channel. I just pick and choose what clips I want to react to. So this is my first context of Shekeb and Emily and Layla's relationship. Even so, I don't need to know the context behind their relationship to figure out that Emily's probably not going to be happy. I don't think anyone would be happy in this situation. I would be livid personally, whether I was in Shekeb or Emily's position or even Washma's position. It's going to be a shitstorm. I don't doubt it. So I think Shekeb knows what's up, but Emily is still blissfully unaware. Queen, I don't think that's gonna last much longer, unfortunately. Before we continue, I have to say this looks delicious here, but that's not the point. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Hi.
I would like to introduce Washma John.
Oh, I think she is understanding what's going on. I can't imagine how awkward it is where you're being set up on a blind date and your blind date walks in with their date. Poor Washma. That's crazy. We're barely into this clip and this is already insane.
I'm here to eat dinner with Lila. I see this woman and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm actually just like shaking.
I don't blame her. This is such an awkward and f***ed up position to be in. Shame on Layla for putting Shekeb in this awkward spot. Shame on her for putting everyone in this awkward spot.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wajma.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Wajma.
Yeah, but are you like
I don't know. I'm confused as well. What's going on?
Are you like my mom's friend or something?
Well,
No, that's her future daughter-in-law. Shekeb, don't you know?
I told you one day, do you remember? You might forget that there is an Afghani girl. She's the one that I was talking to you.
Talking to you about
Oh
what?
my God.
Yeah.
Are you serious, Mom?
Do you know what's going on?
Oh my God. I feel so bad for everyone except Layla, but the way I would want to be a fly on the wall in this restaurant, that's rough.
She told me she wants to set me up, but I said no.
Well, what is she
No,
doing here?
I didn't say yes to her. I said no to her.
Oh.
No way. This can't be a blind date. Like, in front of my face.
That's so... Oh, man. Oh, man. Like, the first two clips of I Love a Mama's Boy I watched made me pissed off, and this one pisses me off too, but I feel more sad than anything. It's a whole lot of emotions I'm feeling right now. This situation is just a mishmash of sad cringe.
What are you doing, Ma?
I'm doing the right thing.
You don't tell me anything, Ma.
Well, now I told.
Now you tell when you're in the fucking restaurant. I just feel bad because this is embarrassing for all three of them. Like, Washma was brought in under the assumption that she was going to be going on a blind date with a single man that was hopefully going to be her future husband. Emily clearly had no idea. Shekeb had no idea. This is devious. Before we continue, I need to address the fact that I understand that arranged relationships and arranged marriages are the norm in some cultures, and I don't want to be culturally insensitive to that, but it's clear that is not an arrangement that Shekeb wants. I mean, he very clearly said it just a few seconds ago. With that being in mind, I don't think an arranged relationship would be good or beneficial in this situation. Like, if Shekeb is not consenting to it and Washma was brought in under a wrong impression, then this arranged relationship should not happen, especially considering that one of these parties is already in a relationship. Now, whether Layla can accept that or not is a whole different thing.
Ma, you said you give her a chance.
Oh, I guess the L in Layla stands for liar. I can't get over how pissed they look right here, but quite honestly, I would be pissed off too. Goodness, if looks could kill.
I know Emily wants to get her know me better, but I don't need it. I don't want to.
Why not? Emily is just being a good girlfriend, a good potential future and daughter-in-law, considering that she wants to get to know her partner's parents. Even though it's clear that Layla is very deceptive and is undermining their relationship, Emily's still being decent and wants to get to know Layla in hopes of making amends and bridging the gap. It's like, why not give her a chance? Sure, she may not be who you envisioned Shekeb would end up with, but Emily's still a person and you don't know anything about her, and this could be a good opportunity to get to know her. But instead, you want to undermine Shekeb and Emily, and that's fucked up. Again, I would be pissed. I would be so hurt, and I'm sure Emily is feeling super hurt right now. And Shakeb too. I can't imagine how pissed off and upset he is. Just an unfortunate situation all around. And who knows, maybe if Layla gave Emily an earnest chance, they could be best friends or at least tolerate each other. It's the least you can do for your own son.
That's why I invite Washma to come.
Poor Washma. Let's look at her face.
That's why I invite Washma to come.
Oh, Washma. I feel like I haven't properly addressed Washma's role in all this. I'm 100% sure that Washma's intentions aren't to steal Shakeb away from Emily. I'm sure if she knew ahead of time that Shakeb was already taken, she wouldn't have agreed to come. And now this looks bad on her because she's not trying to be a homewrecker. She's just trying to have a nice lunch. Justice for Washma, man. Justice for Washma.
Ma, you're not gonna repeat the same thing again. I got married once and that was enough, Ma.
Stop, Shakeb.
So he's been married before. I wonder if that was an arranged marriage. We'll probably get context in a few seconds. Whether it was or it wasn't, clearly it didn't work because now he's with Emily. But since Shakeb is a grown man, as his mother, Layla should respect his choice in partners, even if they are from a different culture. Like I said, it's just really sad because who knows what Layla's relationship with Emily could be like if she just gave her a chance.
She already changed you. She already
listen, Ma.
brainwashed you.
No, this is not okay, and I'm not okay with this. This is wrong. It's crossing the line.
I don't see wrong.
Is Emily brainwashing Shakeb because she's helping him realize how controlling and manipulative you are? Is that it? Is it because Shakeb is not under your thumb anymore and he's thinking for himself? Is that why? Is that why, Layla? I gotta say, Emily's handling herself with so much class so far because I don't know if I could remain this calm, cool, and collected if I were in her position. And same with Shakeb too. I gotta give credit to both of them and Washma, of course. We love Washma.
This is embarrassing.
His face. See, like, I'm copying it right now because I'm equally as embarrassed for them. Let's bring back shame. You know, maybe that'll finally help Layla see the light and see where she is wrong in this situation. The emotional incest is real, man.
Something I could never even imagine.
So if you're embarrassed, just walk away.
I'm not going anywhere, and you know that.
Period.
Do you know why? Because Shakib is on my side.
I'm sorry.
Washma! Oh. She literally did not ask to be involved in this weird emotional incest love triangle we got going on here. Can a girl just go on a lunch date without all this emotional baggage? But the fact that Layla has the audacity to say that if Emily is pissed off, she should leave, the lack of self-awareness is crazy.
I wish Layla would have told me that Shakib was dating another woman. I'm just completely shocked because I feel like I should not be there.
Clearly, yeah. Cheers to Washma for having this situational awareness. Maybe Layla can learn a thing or two from her. And like, say, best case scenario for Layla, Shakeb tells Emily to f off and he continues on the date with Washma. What kind of foundation is that for a marriage with her? It would already be starting off on a lie. So, like, I really don't know what Layla was expecting. Maybe she didn't even want Shakeb and Washma together. Maybe she just wanted to piss Emily off, which is almost worse. The audacity these boy mamas have, it's insane.
I wanted to meet Shakib, but this was just too awkward.
Washma, don't go.
I am so sorry to you.
We'll catch up later.
No.
It's okay.
Don't
Nice
go.
meeting
should-
you guys.
You're the one should leave, not her.
So this is
Oh.
It's okay. We will see you
soon, okay?
All right.
And just like Emily, Washma is handling this with so much class and grace, more than Layla deserves, to be quite honest. I gotta give props to both of them for how they're handling this situation, despite how awkward and enraging this would be.
Everything is gonna be all right,
All right.
okay?
I hope you guys can figure
Yeah,
it
I'm
out.
so sorry.
You guys can figure it out. That's on you. This is gonna be a really great story for Washma to tell at parties, though.
If Shakib doesn't like Washma, I'll go find another girl. I'm not gonna give up.
Maybe it's time you do give up. Like, not only are you embarrassing Shakeb and Emily, you're also embarrassing yourself, most of all.
I'm not listening right now, Shakib. All I know-
Okay, can you tell me
I'm
why?
doing the right thing.
Can you tell me what about this woman that you like I would like to hear, because you know what? I try my best to be conservative, to be respectful. You keep saying that I'm not a good woman.
Again, Layla is making all of these judgments and assumptions without even getting to know Emily. And Emily is clearly trying to make an effort to be respectful and kind around Shakeb and his family. And I don't know, I think that respect should be reciprocated until proven otherwise. But Layla won't even give Emily a shot at proving herself, so how is that going to happen?
He's right, Ma. You never give her a chance. You never give her a chance.
Well,
That's all you got to say? That's really all you got to say?
the reason I don't like you because I wanted my son to marry to Afghani girl. What is wrong about? Maybe your mother wants you to marry with a Korean man.
She does.
So
My mom does want me to be with a Korean guy. But you know what? I will marry who I want to marry, and that is Shakib.
It's impossible.
How is that impossible? Again, I realize that arranged marriages are a thing in certain cultures, which is fine. That's not my place to judge. The reason why I have a problem with it in this situation is because that is not something that Emily and Shakib are looking for. Despite the fact that they come from two different cultures, that doesn't mean they can't form a meaningful relationship together. And it's clear there's a mutual love between them just based on the way they go to bat for each other. And as the mother, I think Layla should just be happy that Shakib found someone who makes him really happy. Isn't that what any parent wants for their children?
Just I don't accept you.
Clearly.
Even if you see that I'm trying to get to know you, you will never give me a chance.
No.
It's sad. I'm really sad. Out of all the Mama's Boys we've reacted to on my channel, I feel like Shakib has been the most outspoken against his mother. Like, he understands how controlling and manipulative she is, and he's doing his best to fight against that, and he's standing his ground, and I think that's fantastic. But still, also, it's his mom, so I would get why it would be hard to cut that cord completely. I just wish Layla had more of an open mind when it came to her son.
I need to talk downside. Knowing that Shakib's mother will never accept me, now is the time for me to just put my foot down. Is it me or is it his mother? There's no in-between. There's no fixing.
I mean, if we're talking about who's the problem here, clearly it's Layla. But yeah, Shakib needs to make the choice and stand up to his mother once and for all if he really does see a future with Emily.
You're not leaving, Shakib. You're gonna have a lunch with me.
Oh, is he?
Shakib, are you coming or what?
I'm heartbroken. My mom not accepting Emily. She lost my trust. Like, this is my mom. My mom should see me happy. In a way, I don't think she wants that.
She wants to see you happy as long as it aligns with her needs and her wants. Really depressing. Layla's put her son in a really tough position.
I gotta take her
Why are
home.
you so crazy about her?
I mean, maybe if you got a chance to know Emily, you would understand why. Maybe you'd have the opportunity to understand why he loves her so much. And I'm sure there's many great qualities about Emily. She seems like a stand-up gal, but it seems like Layla will never know because she won't give Emily a chance.
To her.
Sorry.
Good for him. Good for him for walking out.
Don't listen to that girl.
Let's go.
Is that girl you, Layla? That's who he should not be listening to.
That is awful.
I mean, if we're talking about awful here, Shakib isn't the one who set someone up on a blind date unknowingly.
Brainwash.
I am really sorry about this.
What is your mom doing? Setting you up on a date?
I don't know. I don't know how to
Are
respond.
you serious right now? You don't know? This is crossing the line.
I'm upset too. I'm upset.
I don't think you're upset.
Babe, I'm upset too. I know.
don't
I'm
think you're
embarrassed.
upset. You
Babe,
don't look upset.
babe, I'm embarrassed. I don't know how.
You're embarrassed?
I have mixed emotions right now. I don't know what to
Okay,
think.
she's like planning your wedding already.
No. Listen.
Again, round
listen,
two.
babe.
This is more than just telling me that I'm not a trustworthy girl.
How about-
This is more than
listen,
hating me.
listen.
I really do feel for Emily right now. From a viewer's perspective, it does seem like Shakib was also caught off guard and he was just as surprised and embarrassed as Emily was. But Emily's trust was severely broken today, and I would understand why she would be questioning Shakib's intentions and Shakib's part in this situation, even though I don't think he had a role in it.
How about-
This is more than
listen,
hating me.
listen.
This is way
Listen,
beyond
listen,
what I was
listen, listen.
expecting. She can tell me that I'm not dressed right, but she cannot just bring a woman in front of my face with you next to me.
I would never thought she would do this.
You're a little too calm.
Babe, because I'm
You're a
trying.
little too comfortable with
trying
this,
to
and I'm not okay
I'm
with that.
trying not to blow up. Okay?
I can understand, like, you know, taking a while to process it and also not wanting to make a scene in public. But again, I can't blame Emily for questioning everyone around her right now. She has every right to feel weary and hesitant and pissed off. So I can see where both of them are coming from.
I don't have any more patience to fix the relationship with his mother. I don't have any patience to deal with his mother hating me, not accepting me. And at this point, he is clearly not understanding how angry and frustrated I am. I've been dating you for 3 years, you know, and I want you to prioritize the relationship, not your mother. I just want us to be in our own place, far away from her.
I don't know.
Because as far as I'm concerned, she will
Babe,
continue to do this.
I can't think right now. I'm just kind of like,
I need to know right now.
I mean, she's right. Layla is just going to continue to sabotage their relationship. And you know, at a certain point, people can only put up with so much. And as we gain more context as this clip unfolds, from Emily's perspective, it doesn't seem like Shakib has done enough to set boundaries with his mom. And on one hand, I understand that setting boundaries, especially with a close loved one, can be hard. And since Layla raised him, I'm sure he's used to this and not sure how to break out of this really weird dynamic. But also, it's been 3 years. He has had plenty of time to prove himself and to stand up for Emily in their relationship. So, like, I don't know. Like, I feel for everyone involved, except Layla, obviously.
no, I can't give you a definite
No,
answer.
tell me. You're gonna move out of your mother's house. Okay. It's either me or your mother, and you're gonna choose.
Ultimatums suck. All right, I don't like them. It usually doesn't work out how people intend them to. And it's a shame that it's had to come to this, especially after 3 years in the relationship, 3 years of memories and love together. I feel bad. Like, this is the saddest I felt while watching a TLC clip.
Because after this, I'm done.
You're like putting a gun to my head, like, oh, choose now or not. Like, don't do that. Babe, I love you, okay? I'm gonna make things right. Believe me when I say it. Don't threaten me. I never threaten you, okay?
Tomorrow, we're gonna go look at places. We're doing this, we're taking action. You're taking action without your mother's consent. This is our relationship and our decision. And that's the end of it.
Again, I understand why Shakib is the way he is. I understand why he's afraid to set boundaries with his mother, but like, oh, like, you know, it's time to buck up, man. Like, when is enough gonna be enough? Like, I don't know how much worse Layla could get from here because what she did was pretty fucked up. But I would put money on it that this is not the end of it, and Layla's only gonna get worse somehow.
Because if you can't make that
could happen.
decision,
That can happen.
I'm walking away from this relationship. And it's coming to that.
Yeah, sometimes love isn't enough in a relationship, and you know, no matter how much you love someone, like I said, there's only so much you could put up with. And clearly Emily has put up with a lot, and it seems like Shakib is not meeting her halfway with her needs or trying to make the situation better. And like I've said so many times, like, I understand why Shakib is the way he is, but that's not an excuse to let Emily be hurt time and time again by his mother. I feel like there's so much nuance to this relationship and this conversation, so I'm really eager to read what you guys have to say down below. If there are any other TLC shows or clips you'd like me to react to in the future, let me know down below. And in general, if there's anything in particular you'd like me to talk about, I have a Google form linked in the description where you could submit your video ideas. But thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a tiny thumbs up and subscribe down below. Thank you to Love and Pies for sponsoring today's video. I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye!